Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, let's take a look again on the gold market. Well, today we have taken a look at the fundamental background of the gold, technical background, so when we could say that situation on the gold market stands very tricky, and its trickiness is coming from the moment that actually overall sentiment on the market stands neutral, and gold is highly dependent from external driving factors that could be absolutely different. So in the previous week we said that recent collapse on the announcement of the vaccine and euphoria on the market is running into the riskier assets and sell-off of the safe haven, including the gold. It was the overreaction, and we said that it's really not bad because we could get the gold at a good price, because once this euphoria will be over, with the common sense analysis, it will become clear that it's too early to celebrate, because nobody knows what the vaccine performance will be when it starts to produce manufacturing on the industrial capacity. It's one thing that's to prepare the vaccine in a laboratory, and absolutely different if you made it in industrial production in a big capacity. It's a big amount. So as we mentioned previously, the AstraZeneca company already has put its vaccine under the second test, because first they announced it will be 90%, the Oxford University said it could be 62-72%, and that just shows that even the professionals, even the producers of the vaccine can't predict definitely what the efficiency will be. I think that the Pfizer vaccine and Pfizer company has absolutely the same worries about this, but they just haven't talked about it. So it means that how effective the vaccination will be, we will know only in the second half of 2021. And this makes us think that the current reaction, the too significant drop on just announcement of the vaccination, it's a bit mostly emotional reaction rather than reaction that's based on some reasons and some fact. And it means that as any overreaction should get the opposite counter-reaction, as we already see currently on the market. That's only the half of the story. The second half, that in the short term, we see two major driving factors that could impact the gold, and they could impact, well, absolutely differently. So first is the widely expected announcement of the Fed stimulus that should happen the 15th and 16th of December, hopefully not on the next week, so within the 2 weeks. My personal opinion, and I suggest that it exists significant risk that Fed will announce no stimulus, because we have the power transition between the presidents, and we have timing of the Christmas and holidays, and what the sense to announce some stimulus before the holidays. It would be better to make it in the beginning of the year, to be totally agreed and discussed in the beginning of the next year with the new president's administration, making the whole Unite program and the recovering of the economy, national economy. Just my opinion. So I think that it's not absolutely. We can't say definitely that the Fed will provide any stimulus in December, although it's widely expected. It means that if no stimulus will be provided, gold will drop, because this recent upward action is not just reaction on some technical moments, but also anticipation of the stimulus. Second moment, although this topic is mostly ignored by the leading news agencies, I am speaking about the Donald Trump. So every time I have to speak about it because we see the significant political risks there. And we think that he should to do something on the coming week, because this is the last week before the colleague voting on the 14th of December. And after the colleague voting, it will be not as effective any measures that he could take, because after that it will be clear that, for example, Joe Biden has become the president, and any efforts of Donald Trump to contest the results will have very low efficiency. It could last for a year, some suits in the courts, but in reality, hardly he will be able to change something. So, in fact, he has the last week for strong activity, when he at least could do something, as currently he still is president of the United States. And here we see two possible ultimate measures that he could follow. First, he could try to involve the Supreme Court in the decision making. That could let him to postpone or maybe even cancel, I don't know, the colleague voting on the 14th of December. Probably more probable this will be the postponing. Second, if Supreme Court will not be able to resolve this problem, he could announce the emergency regime. That's he could do by the Constitution. So that's ultimate measures that could be done. And depending on that, all other factors will depend. So, for example, if he indeed will do this, Fed hardly will announce any measures on the next week after Donald Trump will do this. So you can see this is really tight amount of the different factors that has a lot of different scenarios. So keep it simple. First reaction on the market probably will be up, because this will increase significantly the political risks, and gold should react correspondingly if Donald Trump will do something of that sort. If he do nothing and Fed will announce no stimulus, we will see downward continuation, because here in general, technically gold still stands in the downward action, and to break this tendency, gold has to climb above 1965 area. So it has to erase the Pfizer sell-off and show the bullish reversal swing to change the overall tendency. Any pullback here inside of the 1960s will be just retracement on the downside action. So on the daily chart, you can see the next resistance will be approximately 1890. It's daily overbought confidence level, and that could be the next upward action in the case if we indeed will get some stimulus, or this will be confirmed, or just probability of the stimulus will increase. Gold could continue rising to the upside. Meantime, you can see market stands at the resistance. This is Fib level. This is a natural support resistance area. And here we could consider possible pullbacks. So on Friday, we already talked about it. Actually, we discussed this free drive pattern. Theoretically, it's still possible, but this recent drop is not matched to normal price behavior with the free drive. Maybe it will fail. But currently, it's not the vital level has been broken yet, so theoretically, this pattern exists. At the same time, since we do not have any intention to go short on the gold, we do not care too much whether it will be the free drive or market will start dropping directly. We just need to keep an eye on the 1850, 1820 area. This is important support level, and gold has to hold above it to keep bullish context. If it will drop below it, well, it significantly increased chance on the further downward continuation. So it could mean that market is turning gradually back on the bearish side, and it could continue action to our predefined target around 1735, 1730 area. All this stuff definitely will be supported by some fundamental factors. So just keep an eye on the news. They are currently the major source of the activity on the gold. So gold will follow to the fundamental factors, to the news that we will get in the coming week. Because overall sentiment stands mostly neutral, maybe slightly bullish, because on the last week you could see that increasing of the net long positions among the speculators and hedgers increased positions against the gold growth. So let's see what will happen. In the current moment, guys, we call you do not take any short position on the gold, at least on the coming week. Maybe after the 14th of December it will be easier, but currently it would be better to be insured rather than taking these risks, and you could get the explosive rally, because if Donald Trump will succeed somewhere and push the overall situation with the contesting from the dead point, it could get the effect of the bump on the market, and it could lead to a significant jump on the gold price, at least initially. So that's how we on the gold market. Let's keep watching what will happen, because gold will stand in epicenter of these fundamental events. So as the U.S. presidency, the Fed stimulus, and other stuff.